Good morning. Welcome to the last week of instructional content. We'll have a few follow-up things in the coming weeks before the final, but I wanted to introduce you to leadership, which is also the assignment that I introduced last week as well. And the content that I've posted for you, and it's also available to read in the book, really talks about leadership and management, the differences between both, and some of those core features. And I think that most of us have someone that we look up to, someone that we see as a leader. Sometimes people in a leadership role remind us what we would not want to do or be in a leader. And certainly we can think about leaders that we see on the news, political figures, religious figures, movie stars, the list goes on and on. It's not just about a boss, although we often do think of that as well. And so as you're reading the content, I would like to encourage you to think about that ideal leader, that person that you really respect, and what are the qualities that you think of when you think of them, and how did they get to that? In addition, I do want to do a quick reminder on the leadership assignment. It is a group assignment, and I know that it is difficult in an online scenario to be able to do that. And so I have been asked a question about getting in touch. And so I would ask that you please be mindful of the project and people's time, and communicate in a timely fashion to try to work on this together as a group. And scrolling down on the leadership assignment, you'll see the groups posted down here. There's a group called France and a group called Paris. And if I'm not mistaken, let me know if I'm wrong, but in your Canvas setting, you should be able to, on this HTM class, be able to navigate down to people, and then be able to look at the project groups and look at your particular group, and hopefully be able to message people accordingly. So I wanted to make sure that you're taking advantage of those resources to be able to do so. If you have any questions or need anything at all, please don't hesitate to visit me in office hours, as well as the discussion board, the course Q&A discussion board. This is where everyone can see those questions and then my answers. I don't have anything as of yet here, but happy to be able to respond in any way that is necessary for you to be able to get the answers you need, really to get the most out of this class. And so as leadership is the last and final, like I said, instructional content week, it also may be a time when you might have some additional questions that have popped up on any of the materials or modules that we've gone over in the previous week. So please don't hesitate to ask those as well. It is designed so that leadership is the last segment, and it's because it really is covered or applicable to every single segment that we went over this semester. And as a reminder of the semester and where we've been, it's been a great journey as we've thought about the different areas that we've gone through, and just heading back to week one and introducing hospitality and thinking about those concepts, and thinking about that umbrella that I have on the screen right now, to be able to think about the fact that we've talked about lodging, hotels, motels, resorts, even some of the disruptors like Airbnb. We've talked about restaurants and managed services being one of those not as thought of sectors of the hospitality industry. We've talked about travel and what the technology has done to travel, certainly also what COVID has done to travel, and all of the different ways that people travel, the reasons for people to travel as well, through recreation, attractions, gaming, parks, And then finally, in the last several weeks, we talked about meetings, conventions, expositions, special events, and that segment of the business. Again, the segment that has been impacted the most by COVID, but has the most opportunity for recovery as well, as we look at leveraging that technology to continue to evolve the industry, because people will still need to meet and collaborate. And it's just about how they do it and how we can adapt to that. So as you wrap up this particular segment of activity, as you work on the leadership project, I do hope that you've found something that sparked your interest in hospitality. And as well, I'll do one final plug for one of the discussions that I have here, which I do have open until tomorrow. I'll probably go ahead and extend this. But the virtual field trip, I wanted to see, since we're not really able to do field trips and meet in person as much these days. I do work at 2 different hotels, and I would love to see if you'd like me to take a picture or do a particular video from a spot in the hotel, or if you wanted to hear from a specific leader in one of those hotels in an area of interest. I'm happy to post that for next week's information so that you can learn a little bit more about the hospitality sector, specifically hotels, because that's where I work, but I'm happy to look at it from any lens. So I do hope you have a great week ahead, and look forward to hearing any questions you might have. Thank you.